Is it true that Eggman's really evil? I mean, he's been the bad guy for like... Although, evil I feel like is a very strong word. Because I feel like, arguably speaking, he's evil in that his actions are kind of evil, but like... He's not really evil, because he could just shoot everybody and win. I feel like there's been... Eggman's just so, like, up in his head about beating Sonic by outsmarting him. He's so egotistical about it that he will not do evil things. And, it kind of screws him over, you know? Because if you think about it, the second Eggman is not a villain, or anything to do with it, I do believe he would turn around and help and be like, I'm gonna help you save the world. So... He would turn around and help save the world if it meant he could take over and once again try again. He's a lovable character, but holding him to real world standards of morality would definitely make him evil. I don't know. I feel like Eggman would give me universal health care. I'm just saying. I feel like Eggman would be a real one. It's like that Sonic short by Jet, where he's arguing with Shadow, and he's like, well, when I rule the world, I'm gonna take away free healthcare. And Shadow's like, we already don't have that. And he's like, what? Yeah, the whole blowing up half the moon thing. How is that not a planet, that planet Earth? You know? Because I feel like if something happens to the moon, you're gonna have catastrophic disasters. Being less evil than the US government does not make you not evil. That's true. But can it get worse? Because if you think about it, I'm not trying to justify it. I'm not trying to, like, say Eggman's not a bad guy, but he's not a very good one. He just kind of makes robots and then... like, I'm just saying, I haven't seen Eggman destroy... Well, actually, I guess you could argue that Eggman went from being, like, evil to being mildly less evil. Because I'm trying to think of, like, actual real-world consequences that Eggman's, like, caused. I'm trying to think of, like, oh, he blew up a whole town, or he destroyed a whole village of children. But he doesn't really do that. He kind of just puts the robots everywhere, but realistically, Sonic's the one that does all the property damage. Yeah, I want to say after Sonic Adventure 2. Because if you think about it, Sonic Adventure 1, he had the whole chaos bullshit and he just flooded a whole city. Sonic Adventure 2, he blew up the moon. And then, what happened after that? The evil part is fucking up the environment and kidnapping animals, and his ambition is indeed authoritarian rule under his command, which is quite evil. Animals to power his robots, isn't that enough? But are the animals actually... I feel like I'm gonna look like the bad guy by the time I'm done arguing this. I'm just saying, the animals are in pretty good shape when you bust them out. And we've never seen an animal die under the care of Dr. Eggman. But I am just saying, he uses cute animals as batteries. I understand that. But what's the power draw from the animal? Are we sure that it's even working? Because if you think about it, the robot just goes back and forth. But yeah, we don't know how much battery juice is being pulled out of the animals. He takes them against their will. Okay. And the government takes my money without my will. He doesn't need to capture them in robots. I don't think he does it anymore, though. Because there's no way in hell Orbot and Cubot are powered up by robots, and Omega's not powered up by, powered up by animals. Omega is actually, I think canonically, he's runs off of something else. So, like, obviously Eggman got better. Thank you. Being less evil than the government is not the same as being evil. If you threw your cat into robots, would you still think he's a good guy? So long as he feeds them. Like, they could do with a little energy loss, I'm just saying. And like I said, we've never seen an animal die, so... Flickies, it was 1 per robot. Yeah, if they're... Well, no, because you saved a bunch of animals in, like, the original one. I remember there being rabbits and shit. And besides, like... You can't... Hold on, wait. You bring up a point. Hold on. Sonic saves them from imprisonment. You can't actually... Eggman can't. Okay, so the animal... Like, think about it. If you put an animal... And you need the animal to have energy. How do you get energy? You have to eat and drink, right? And if you eat and you drink, then you shit. So you're gonna tell me Eggman lets the animals just shit his robots? I don't fucking think so. Depends. I'm gonna be let out because the second I die and start decomposing, your robot's gonna fucking smell. Just because you're kept alive does not mean being held in a robot is a good thing. I don't know. If I can be held in a psychiatric ward for a week and not be allowed to leave, I'm just saying. Sonic is the good guy, and Eggman is the bad guy. You know, that's very subjective. I'm not saying Eggman's not evil. I'm just saying he's not very good at it. Because I imagine... Because and besides, your animal would pass out before it would die, and then your robot would stop working, and Eggman would be like, what the fuck? So we'd take the animal out, throw it out, put a new one in. The other animal that was thrown out just fucking sleeps it off, wakes up, gets some food, and it's good to go. Kind of sounded like you were arguing he's not evil. You're saying he's not evil because his plans suck. He's a wannabe. A wannabe supervillain. But and you know, in the comics, he's very strong. He could just punch. He doesn't want to. He wants to outsmart Sonic. He wants to outsmart a 3-foot-tall teenager. I think Eggman needs his priorities worked on. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just fine-tune the plan, Eggman, and then he'd be supervillain. Eggman needs a girlfriend. Do I agree? I don't know. I don't know if I like the notion of Eggman. I feel like Eggman would just be the fun uncle who, like, doesn't have children or a partner. Maybe he's got like a secret lover on the down low, but I don't think he'll ever have a public facing. Because if you think about it, that'd just be putting her in danger 24/7. Because somebody's gonna be like, well, what if we just attack Eggman's wife? He needs Agent Stone. Yes, I hard agree. Give Eggman a good sidekick that's not fucking Snively. Snively fucking sucked. I hated him. Anytime he showed up in the comics, I was just like... Remember the mistranslation from Sonic Heroes about Eggman being a feminist? No, that's canon. I 100%... I firmly believe in my soul that is not a mistranslation. I don't care if that's a Delulu thing. I don't care if that's a headcanon thing. I 100% believe Eggman is a feminist. Hardcore. He would not. I really cannot envision Eggman with a woman. Or maybe, I mean, he's old enough. He might have already had a wife. Maybe he was already married. Maybe he's evil because he's divorced. He just can't get over his wife. He misses his wife, you know? The original, and he has a son in the cartoon. Are we the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog? Right? The kid with the mohawk? Robotnik Jr.? Yeah, okay. The original intent in the hero's manual with the word feminist is more along the lines of Eggman being a woman. Eggman as a womanizer? Honestly, go off, King. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Eggman Nega is his descendant. Oh, that's right. Wait, but that timeline's not canon, though. Okay, so there is a timeline where Eggman does have a wife. He said he had an ex in the Twitter takeovers? What?
Sukas asks, Eggman, will you marry me? No, I will not.
Whoa. You're very sure about this, Doctor. Something must have happened with his ex.
Oh, robots weren't their thing, huh?
The robots were certainly their thing. They just weren't a fan of... Well, they weren't not a fan of it, just a general distaste of... Well,
Like trying to hit on women, not a successful womanizer, but an attempted one. We don't know if you're legally married or if you're just fucks. You could be in the Sonic universe, but had to marry Robotnik and have his kid. Would you do it? No, because I would not have children. It depends. I don't know a lot about Eggman on the side. I'm not really a big marriage person. I'm more of a, like, we'll just live together and exist happily together. But I don't want to be... I don't even feel like... Leplo, welcome. Sorry, I'm trying to justify... I'm yapping about dating Eggman. I imagine Dr. Eggman is probably rich enough that I don't have to concern myself with the tax breaks I get from marriage. So I feel like it would just be like one of those, like, we could just say we're married. Or what's the thing? Common law marriage? Where you lived with someone for so long and then you're just automatically considered married by the government? Plus I get the cool robots, you know? Like, fuck it, I ain't gotta do shit. Eggman, make me a robot to do my dishes. Done. He ain't gotta touch me. He can do his own thing. I can do my own thing, and it's just like, ah, yes, we exist together. Something benefits. He's a crazy evil womanizer. He's just your type. I don't care, man. So long as my name is on that beneficiary form at some point. That's awful. No. I'll adopt Metal Sonic if he croaks. That's about it. I'll take Metal Sonic. He can come live with me. He's my child now. You can be his common law wife, but you'll forever have to live with the knowledge that he prefers his mistress, Agent Stone. That's okay, though. Like, honestly, if it means I can get out of this without having to be in a physical relationship, I don't care. I'm not polyamorous. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. But I am asexual, and if I can get out of this is a pretty good deal. Oh, what's that? You are having cravings for certain things? Call your boyfriend. Call your boyfriend right now. Do it. I'm gonna go play video games. Dude, playing couch co-op games with Eggman, I bet would be so funny. He'd be a rager. A rager, and then there's me. Me, the drunk, and then Eggman, the just angry gamer girl. That man's gotta be worth money. That man's gotta be worth something. And even if it's not, just sell off like 3 of his bases, and I'm set for the rest of my life. I never have to worry again. And then I could be like, alright, Sonic, hey, what's up, homie? No hard feelings, right? Scurry on out. I don't know, maybe Eggman could just make a test tube baby or something so I don't have to think about it. And be like, yoink, here's a piece of my hair. Enjoy all the mental illnesses that come with it. Maybe he has his animal-powered robot build his bases. No, he doesn't. I don't think he uses robot animals anymore. Besides, I could feed the animals and take care of them, and then they just continuously power up the robot. Because if you don't take the robot out, or I'm sorry, if you don't take the animal out, does the robot still move? So like, you just build a little window, get the little flicky some oxygen, it'll be fine. I don't think we have to. He uses them at least as far as Sonic Lost World. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know people played Lost World. Yeah, just build little windows for the robots, for the flickies, and then I could just like feed them. And then at nighttime, if the robots aren't being used, I could just open the hatch and let the animals free, and then be like, all right, it's morning time, get back in. It's just Evangelion in the Sonic universe, that's all. Yep, gotta get deployed. Get in the robot. And come back, I'll see you at dinner time. That would make you complicit in animal abuse crimes. That depends on the circumstance. I don't think it's animal abuse if it's just making your pet a little sleepy. You know, if you have to tranquilize your dog to get their nails clipped, you're sapping their energy out, you're knocking them out. How is that any different than just an animal floating around inside a robot? I'm just saying. They're not his pets. He attacked that's poach. Okay, the poaching. I'm not gonna get super deep into this as much as I want to, but okay, we could argue that there is a poaching crime. But if I don't know about it, who's gonna notice? You know, if the population is good enough and they're not endangered. And besides, like, as Eggman's future common law wife, the animals are gonna probably be freed anyways, because Eggman just hasn't, like, figured out how to actually take over the world yet. And if he takes over the world, wouldn't everything be imprisoned anyways? So, like, what's the difference if we kickstart it a little early? I don't think that argument would hold up in court. I don't know. I think I could get out of it. I think I could get out of it. All I gotta do is, I gotta get some, I gotta get Johnny Cochran. The Robert Shapiro, get some Rob Kardashian, Alan Dershowitz. Gotta assemble the dream team, and I'll pretty much have this in the bag. Yeah, I could, as long as I get tried here, I could, you know, take a shovel, dig up a couple graves, you know, it's fine. The goat will be free. If I escaped being sued over racist shadow, I can escape being sued over bird poaching. What happened? How did we even get here?